Let's connect and come together. Stay connected. Yeah. Let's connect together. Let's connect and stay connected. Yeah. Let's connect together. Let's connect.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some cleaning and also decorating for spring. I am so excited. I know we are not quite to spring. We are like kind of getting close, but it's looking really dreary outside, honestly, and I just need to bring that brightness into our home. And I know that you guys will love like getting that inspiration of just new ideas in your own home. A lot of the things that I'm going to be decorating with today are things that I've used in the past, just because I want to stay on budget and I don't want to actually add more clutter and more things into my home right now. And so we are going to be decorating for spring throughout the whole main living area. I might move into my bedroom, but I'm not entirely sure, but we do have a lot to get done. So let's go ahead and jump on into it.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me.
Sunset burning on the golden shore. Never seen a view like this before. The stars, they shine like diamonds in your eyes. Black dress on you got me hypnotized. I keep feeling away, I keep feeling away, I keep feeling away about you. No, I can't look away, no, I can't look away, no, I can't look away, cause I need you. My heart keeps beating like an island drum, cause you're my only one. You make me feel so good.
So the first thing that I wanted to do was just to open up all the windows. It's definitely not amazing weather outside right now. It's still pretty chilly here in Utah, but I kind of grew up this way where we would just open up our windows as soon as we could in the year. And then once the windows were open, our house would get a little bit chilly and we would just kind of air everything out. And we would just put on like a sweatshirt or sweater and just kind of cozy up that way. So I think we've definitely been kind of continuing that tradition in our own home. I guess it's not really a tradition, but it's just something we kind of do. I don't know if you guys do that too, but I love just kind of like cozying up with a sweater or a blanket and then having everything just really nice and aired out. It just feels so nice in your home. And especially when we haven't been having our windows open all winter long, it just feels so incredible to get that fresh air in the house. But I would love to know what the weather is like where you guys are at. I know here in Utah, some days it's snowing, every day it's pretty chilly. But then I know like we were kind of thinking about moving to Arizona and we're still kind of not really sure about that. But down in Arizona, it is incredible right now as far as weather goes. It's like mid 70s, sometimes it goes down to 60s. And so down there, you're sometimes using a jacket and then most of the time you're just kind of in a t-shirt, and it is just incredible this time of year. Of course, they make up for that in the summer when it's like 110 degrees, but I would love to know what the weather is like where you're at. And also, like I had mentioned, we are going to be doing a little bit of cleaning in this video. I am not going to be doing any deep cleaning in this video, just mostly maintenance cleaning. But I am going to be starting to share some deep cleaning motivation here in the coming weeks. We are definitely getting into spring here in Utah, and I'm really feeling the need to just deep clean our house. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm not only going to be deep cleaning our house, but I'm also still continuing on with decluttering our house. And actually next week, I am going to have episode 2 of my whole house decluttering series pop up on the channel. And in that video, I'm actually going to be focusing on my hall closet upstairs. It is a disaster, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. It was just a complete mess. Everything was kind of thrown about on the shelves, and it was even hard to walk in there. All over the floor was just covered with stuff, and so I cannot wait to share that one with you guys. It turned out so incredible, and I'm super excited to share that episode along with all of the future episodes of decluttering. So lots and lots of new videos to stay tuned for this spring, and then I also have a few makeover series in the works as well. So you guys have a lot of new content coming your way. But anyway, I feel like I totally got a little bit off track, and mostly what I'm doing here is just kind of cleaning everything up, tidying everything up. And as usual, I'm starting out mostly in my kitchen just to get that domino chore going and motivating me to continue on with the rest of the stuff on my to-do list.
keep feeling a way about you. No, I can't look away, no, I can't look away, no, I can't look away, 'cause I need you. You make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so good. It's gonna be a better day. It's getting better, getting better. A better day. It's getting better, getting better, better, a better day. Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. Oh, I'm moving on, it's a better day. It's getting better, better, a better day. You see a light shining bright at the end of this tunnel. Shining like the sun, brighter than gold. I'm not pretending that it's all okay, but I know tomorrow there'll be better days. Yeah, I can see blue skies up on the way, yeah, but there'll be rainbows after the rain.
So if you watch my channel very often, you know that every single time I will empty out my sink full of dishes, I am going to wash out my sink. I usually either use dish soap, or sometimes I'll use an actual sink cleaner, or sometimes I'll use Bon Ami. It just kind of depends on what I'm going for that day, if I want a more deeper clean, or if just simple dish soap will work great as well. But either way, I definitely love to clean out my sink regularly, and usually I just let it dry as it is. It doesn't really get a lot of water stains. I'm not really sure why that is, because I know some people have that issue. But one of you guys had recommended that I went ahead and dried my sink out, and I think I really liked it. It actually did make it look even a little bit more shiny and clean. So I think that will be something that I'll start doing going forward. But I say this all the time, and I really just am so thankful for you guys, because there are so many times where I've gotten incredible tips from you guys, and they're things that I do all the time just from hearing what you guys do. So anytime you have a suggestion or like a great cleaning tip or anything, I really appreciate you taking the time to share in the comments. It just means a lot, and it honestly makes a big difference, because then I'm able to try it out, and if I love it, I'm able to share it with everyone else as well.
It's a better day. It's getting better, getting better. A better day. It's getting better, better, a better day. Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead.
So this is something that I picked up from Amazon. I love it so much. It's just like a cute little sponge holder. You guys know I've kind of changed up how I've been washing my dishes lately. I'm not really using the Bubble Up dish brush that I used to use, but I love how I'm washing them now. And this little sponge holder just looks so cute in this area. And it also helps to dry my sponge in between washes. So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you want to check it out, I will have it in my Amazon favorites, linked down below as well. But the next thing on my list is to clean my appliances. I always get a ton of questions from you guys, like how I get my appliances so shiny and not streaky. And the way that I do that is just by using my e-cloths. I will have a link down below for you guys, but all I am using is my e-cloth general purpose cloth and my e-cloth glass and polishing cloth. And all I use with that is just water, and both of those used together make your appliances so clean and shiny. I just love them. They are definitely some of my go-tos. I know you guys hear me rave about e-cloths all the time, but I would love to hear what are some of your go-tos, like some of your ride or dies, some of your favorite cleaning products. If you have any that you just have loved for years, I would love to hear which ones those are in the comments. right, I have everything cleaned up so quickly. I am going to vacuum and mop the floors. I feel like they totally look better than they are, but they are in desperate need of just a little bit of TLC. So I'm gonna get the floors done and then I'm gonna start pulling out decorations. I usually kind of know more about what I have and I kind of have like a plan in my mind, and this year I feel like I really don't. I'm just gonna kind of go, I'm gonna pull out, see what I have, and then kind of go from there. So you guys will come along with me on the entire decorating process, even like the mental process of me just kind of figuring out what exactly I want to do. I know that I want to bring in some pinks, not too many because we are a house full of boys. Oh my gosh, I have a hair right there. Not too many because we are a house full of boys, but I do just kind of want to bring a little bit of that brightness and springy vibe into here. So that's pretty much all I know. The rest will just kind of happen as it happens. But let's get these floors cleaned and then we'll move on to decorating. So here are a few real life moments of how my floors really look on this day, and honestly just a lot of days when I don't get around to vacuuming or we don't have our robot vacuum for us. It's something that just always happens because we do have one dog and also 4 cats and also 3 kids, and just we live in this house obviously, and so our house definitely looks like we live in it, I feel, which is totally normal and I think that's totally okay. But I always do love sharing real life moments with you guys just because the camera does not always pick that up, and I always want to make sure that you guys know that you are not alone. You are not the only one with a messy house. I think honestly we all are, and that's totally fine and normal. But I also am just so grateful that this space and this community is so incredibly kind, because sometimes it is a little bit hard to share my imperfections and the imperfections in my home, and just knowing that you guys are all so supportive in that just makes a world of difference. So seriously, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for letting me be me and just letting me share all the things about my life, even if things are not as glamorous or perfect as I would hope they are. Also, something on a totally different note, I always get so many questions about my vacuum. I rave about this vacuum so much, so I always have the best current deal on my vacuum linked down below in case if you want to check it out. If you have not already picked one up, next time you're in the market for a vacuum, I would highly suggest looking into this one. I have had it for a couple years now and it has worked incredible, and a lot of you guys have actually taken my word on it and ordered one for yourself, and I've gotten such great feedback on what you guys think of it too. So I just cannot recommend this vacuum enough. I know you guys will absolutely love it if you are in the market for a vacuum. So lately I have had a little bit of a cleaning obsession, and that has been to slow vacuum my carpets. I don't really slow vacuum my hard floors or anything just because I feel like they don't really need it. But as far as my carpets go and rugs go, I love slow vacuuming. I've been doing this for quite a while, but I really started doing it more often, more than just like a few times a year. And now I actually am doing it maybe once a week or maybe like once every 2 weeks, but it has been making the biggest difference. I feel like our floors have never felt cleaner. And I will show you here in a minute, but if you guys have not already started a slow vacuum, I would so highly suggest trying it out. It just makes the biggest difference. don't mind all the glistening on my face, but I was just doing like my little pans to show how clean everything looks now. I saw the picture of Noah. That was when he was like 10 months old or something, like he was barely walking. And we have not gotten professional pictures done in that time. Like we've gotten like our own little pictures. We just have not gotten around to doing pictures. So that is seriously a goal of mine. Does anyone else just have the hardest time getting professional pictures done? I feel like it's always just like an extra thing that I really apparently struggle with. So it's totally not related, but just a little side note, that is a goal of mine this year, is getting professional pictures of the whole family and of the boys so I can replace them with some more updated ones that are like 4.5 years old. But anyway, now everything is nice and clean. I'm gonna start grabbing all the decor and we're gonna get to decorating. Let's do this. So now it's time to kind of start pulling out all of my spring decor. Like I said, a majority of the things that I have are just things that I've had over the past several years. I'm not really trying to buy a whole lot of new stuff because I am really in this decluttering process. And I'm also trying to stay on a budget and just not spend extra money on a whole lot of decor. Now, I did pick up just a few new things, but everything I picked up was either on sale or something that I found at like a local store like Marshall's or Home Goods. So that way I'm not really paying full price for them, but I'm just kind of getting them on a better deal. And I'm also just being really intentional with any decor that I picked up and making sure that it's something that I can use not only for spring or not only for the season, but something that I can use kind of year round or in upcoming makeovers or things like that. And that way I'm kind of getting the most for my money. So just a quick little tip, if you are in the market for spring decor or any kind of seasonal decor, make sure you're shopping the sales or going to stores like Marshall's or TJ Maxx. And then also when you're purchasing decor, unless if it's something that you truly just absolutely love for the season, try to buy things that are more neutral and things that you could actually use throughout the rest of the year. And that way you're definitely just going to get the most bang for your buck. So I think every single decorating video I've probably ever done has included a wreath on my pantry door and also a kitchen towel or two in my kitchen. These are some of the easiest and quickest ways just to decorate for each season or each holiday if you want. And they also can be pretty inexpensive, especially if you just get a wreath and kind of like add different picks to it in different colors just to kind of change things up for the season. And of course, hand towels are very functional and they also are incredibly cheap as well, especially when you grab them at certain stores like Walmart or Ross, Marshall's, Target, things like that. And then as for my kitchen table, I really love a beautiful tablescape, but it's just not practical for our family because we do like to eat dinner at our table all the time. And I don't want to be having to move everything and then putting it back every day after eating dinner. And so for me, I like to kind of do a mixture of both. I will just add a quick little touch onto the table into our fruit basket or something. And then that way it's still kind of tied in with the rest of the home and the decor that I'm adding in, but it really isn't very intrusive and it's just kept really simple.
Dive in your brown eyes when you look at me. Hiding with you out in the summer trees. I'm tripping on my words and on my feet. And I couldn't tell you what you've done to me. And now I'm playing with my keys again. I'm such a mess. I wasn't ready for this kind of thing to happen so fast.
So my mantle this year is such a good example of just using things that you have or buying neutrals whenever you go to buy seasonal decor. So as you can see, all of the pieces on here are things that I already had. They are just like things that I'll use year round here and there. But then I did add in this statement garland that I got from Hobby Lobby. I was able to pick it up on a sale, so I think it was about $15 for the entire garland. I can also use this during different times of year or in different places. But then everything else on the mantle was something that I already had and just things that were really neutral and could be used kind of any time of year. So just a quick little reminder to make sure that you're trying to buy more neutral items, and that is just going to help you out a lot when it comes to staying on budget.
Head down as we're driving. I'm loving your life. And at the speed of lightning, we're flying through golden streets. Somehow you make me feel like I'm still 17.
So one question that I get all the time is where I get my throw pillow covers, where I get my throw pillows, and also where I get my throw blankets. So my throw blankets kind of depend. Sometimes I will get them on Amazon, but more often than not, I pick them up at places like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, or sometimes I'll also get them at Burlington Coat Factory, just because you can get a really amazing and unique throw blanket for about $15 there, it seems. And then as far as my pillow covers and my pillow inserts, I basically always get them from Amazon. I feel like you can get such incredible ones there. They have all different colors, all different styles, and then tons of different textures as well, so you can really kind of play around with that. And I always have the ones I'm using and love linked in my Amazon favorites down below, so definitely check that out if you're kind of in the market for that as well. But pillow covers are amazing because you can have a ton of different ones, and then you don't have to use up a lot of space to store them, and they also are a lot more affordable as well. This part of decorating for me was so sweet. It was definitely my favorite part and just like the highlight of decorating for spring this year. Our youngest son, Noah, came in and he was just like interested in what I was doing. And so instead of just telling him what I was doing, I decided to just go ahead and include him in this because he was taking an interest. And so I actually had him kind of decide what flowers we wanted to use here. And even though this totally isn't his thing, he's usually into running around and jumping around and playing cars and just kind of being a typical wild little boy. He actually took a lot of interest in this, and so I really just embraced that and had him be a part of this, and it was just so much fun and so special.
Sunlight dancing on me, it's a good vibe. Your smile, it's the only thing on my mind. Come on close to me. This is paradise, we're never ever gonna leave. Here we go. Feel the good times going around. Here we go. Ain't no rain clouds bringing us down. Here we go. Laid back. When you're next to me, I lose track.
All right, the living room and everywhere out there is totally decorated. In our bedroom, I'm standing in our bedroom right now, and in our bedroom, it's just a bit of a mess. Like, there's stuff all over the floor. I have some laundry sitting up here that needs to get put away, and I wasn't really sure if I would end up having time, but I ended up finishing on time. So I figured I would go ahead and just get this done because I need to get it done anyway, and I would give you guys a little bonus motivation and decor inspiration today. So let's go ahead and get on into this mess. It'll look so much better. It'll feel better too.
Here we go. Feel the good times coming around.
So the first thing that I wanted to do in my bedroom was, of course, to make my bed. This is something that I usually do in the morning, but I just did not get around to doing it earlier. I kind of like pulled out the blankets, but I didn't actually make the bed and put all the pillows back on it. But this is something that I have told you guys for years, just how big of a difference it can make when you do make your bed every day. And I actually wanted to share a quote that I read recently that I just absolutely loved. And it says, if you want to change the world, start out by making your bed. And that was shared by William McRaven, I believe. And in some ways, that's like a little bit of an over-exaggeration. Like, obviously, we're not kind of setting out to go change the world every day. But really, I do feel like there's some truth to that. If you want to be really successful, whether that's in your business, whether that's just in homemaking, or whatever the case may be, however big or small it is, you just want to start out by making your bed. It will help you be so much more productive, and you can really get a lot more done, I feel, when you do take that initiative to just make your bed, and then you can kind of tackle the rest of the day as it comes once that is all done.
Ain't no rain clouds bringing us down. Here we go. Here we go.
The next thing I wanted to do in my bedroom was just to tidy the mess, whether that was on the floor or on our dresser or our nightstands or whatever. It was pretty much everywhere this day. And I feel like honestly, unless if I just really stay on top of everything every single day, this is kind of how my bedroom has been looking lately, and it's been driving me a bit nuts. I am so excited to actually go through and declutter my bedroom because I really do like our bedroom to feel really peaceful and calm. And when it is feeling very cluttered, it definitely just does not feel peaceful or calm. So like I'd mentioned earlier, I am going to be sharing my hall closet makeover next week. And that one was a massive difference. But one of the areas that I'm really looking forward to doing is my bedroom and bathroom, just because I feel like that is kind of a troubling area in our home. And so that is something that will be coming up shortly as well. So definitely stay tuned for that one in my whole house decluttering series as well.
I'm lost in your energy. You got me feeling weightless, no gravity. I feel so high when you look at me. Caught up in your sweet, sweet fantasy.
So I wanted to make a quick note because I get questions like this all the time about where I get my tops from, and it just kind of depends. I feel like I kind of get them all over. A lot of times I thrift them, sometimes I pick them up from Target or places like TJ Maxx, but then I also have been finding a ton of really cute tops from the website Fairy Season. This is not sponsored at all by them. I don't even think they know who I am, but I have found so many cute tops from them over the last year or so. But they do have a lot of really cute boutique style tops, and they're also usually a really good price. So definitely check that out if you've been kind of eyeing some of the shirts that I've been wearing lately. Probably a lot of them have been from that website.
You got that good vibe, good vibe. You give me that good vibe all night. You get me so high, so high. You give me that good vibe, alright. You got that good vibe, good vibe. You give me that good vibe all night. You get me so high, so high. You give me that good vibe, alright. You know what you do to me. Got me feeling helpless, no remedy. It's like I'm living in a movie scene, and I can't deny this chemistry. You got that good vibe, good vibe. You give me that good vibe all night. You get me so high, so high. You give me that good vibe, alright. Come a little closer, I just wanna hold you, never let it fade away. Oh, this night is golden, natural emotion, never let it go away. Hey. You got that good vibe, good vibe. You give me that good vibe all night. You get me so high, so high.
So as far as decorating goes in our bedroom, I pretty much kept things very simple in here. I really just kind of kept a lot of the same things that I use year round, but then I did add like a few pops of color in here and just a few fun spring items just to kind of give it that spring feel and just kind of mesh well with the rest of our home. But I also did want to keep our room very peaceful and very calm and simple. And so I did not want to overdo it in here and add a ton of decor. And so as you'll see, I kind of changed out our throw blanket that I always drape across our bed. And then I also just changed out the items that I had on my bed tray and then a few other things, but otherwise just kept things very simple in here.
I believe we can see that together we can be as one. This could be what we need, our moment in the sun.
So that is everything for today's video. I have been so excited to share this with you guys and just kind of show you that you don't have to go overboard when decorating. You can keep things really simple and still have a big outcome and kind of a big change. So I hope that gave you a ton of ideas on not only decorating, but also decorating on a budget. And like I said, I am going to be starting to share some spring deep cleaning videos. I am so excited for those. Our house is in dire need of that. So I definitely cannot wait to share those videos as well as more decluttering videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have the most amazing day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Let's connect.